Welcome back. This one is a GATE 2003 question. It was asked for 4 marks. 2 parts, 2 marks for each part. I'll read out the question for you once. Consider the following assembly language program for a hypothetical processor. A, B and C are 8-bit registers. The meaning of various instructions are shown as comments. So you are given some code and next they are asking, if the initial value of register A is A0, the value of B after the program execution will be. Let's see. We are given this code. First of all, with every instruction they have mentioned some comments. I've written only these 3 comments because rest all instructions are self-explanatory. Like move is for moving data, CMP is for comparing. So let's start this question. Move B, 0, move C, 8 means move 0 into the register B, move 8 into the register C. That I've already shown here. So these are initializing the registers. These 2 instructions are initializing the registers. And you obviously know that this one is the source, this one is the destination. So data travels like this, from this side to this side. Now after initializing the data, the next line is compare C, 0. This means whatever is there in this register C, compare it with 0. Now you know that after comparison, if the data in C was 0, we will set carry flag equal to 1. If the data was not 0, we will set carry flag equal to 0 in case of not 0 and 1 in case of 0. Okay. Next instruction says JZX. JZ means jump to X if 0 flag is set. So these 2 lines they mean we need to jump whenever the 0 flag is set. And when is the 0 flag going to be set? In this case means when data in C is 0. So we need to jump only when data in C is 0. That means simply it could translate to if C is 0, jump. These 2 lines. Now let's see what happens. So compare C with 0. C initially contains 8. Is it 0? No. No means we don't need to jump to X. That means this line is executed. And next one is sub C1. Sub means subtract. C1 means subtract 1 from C. This value now becomes 7. Next one is RRC. They have given the meaning of RRC, rotate right through carry by 1 bit. That means it's a rotate right instruction, but we also need to include the carry. RRC A. And they have given the initial value of A to be A0. Let's assume A0 is 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, or 1, 0. This is the initial value in A. And let us assume that carry flag is 0 initially. Okay. Now they are saying RRC A, 1, which means rotate right through carry by 1 bit. If we rotate it right, we are going to get this, because this 0 moves here and this carry moves here. Okay. Now you see jump if carry Y. JC is jump to Y if carry flag is set. JC simply means jump if carry. carry flag is 0 and we only need to jump if it was 1. So 0 means don't jump. That means this line can be skipped. Next one is jump to Z. JMP Z. Means we come back here again. Now again we need to compare C with 0. If it's 0, then we will go to X, this line. But C here is 7, which is not 0. So we don't need to jump. Next one is sub C, 1. That means again decrement C. C now becomes 6. I think you are getting the point. This one is that loop variable. Each time we decrement it by 1, and this is the body of loop. We keep on repeating this loop. Now we have subtracted 1 from C and we need to RRC. That means rotate right through carry. Now if I rotate it right, we are going to get this, because this bit is going to go here and this 0 is going to come here. Now you see JC, jump if carry. Carry is 1, carry flag is 1. So we need to jump to Y. Y is here. Okay. Y says add 1 to B and go back to Z. You need to add 1 to B. B now becomes 1 and go back to Z. Again compare C with 0. 6 is not 0. So we don't need to jump to X. Yeah, 6 is not 0, so we are not going to jump to X. Next one is decrement 1 from C. So C now becomes 5. Again we are going to rotate right through carry and we get this. This one bit comes to the carry flag and whatever was in the carry flag earlier shifted here. Now let's see. Next line. It says jump if carry. Carry flag is set this time also. So we need to jump to Y and Y is here. That means again we are going to execute this code. Add 1 to B and go back to Z. So B was 1. We add 1 to 1 and get 2. Now jump to Z. That means again we are going to come here. Now if you see, carry flag is going to get each and every bit of the register A ones, and whenever that bit is 1, we are adding 1 to B. Whenever that bit is high, the bit inside carry flag, we add 1 here in this register's value. So in total, how many times are we going to increment this one? Equal to the number of times we have 1 equal to the number of ones in our A register, because each one is eventually going to come in the carry flag once, and as a result we increment this value. So this means the option which says equal to number of ones. I'll read the options. Initial value of register A0 is A0. The value of register B after the program execution will be. A part says the number of 0 bits in A0. B part says the number of 1 bits in A0. So B part is the answer here, because all the bits which are 1 will eventually come into this carry flag and cause an increment in this register. So at the end of this program, B will contain a value equal to number of ones in A. Okay. So the next part is, I'll read the next question for you. It is, which of the following instructions when inserted at location X will ensure that the value of register A after program execution is same as its initial value? We are given 4 options. Let's see. Let me raise the board. Now you might feel, the question is, value of register A must be same as its initial value. That means after the execution of this program, we want this value back. Okay, what line must be inserted here to get that desired result? You might feel C's initial value is 8. That means we are going to execute this part 8 times, or we are going to repeat this step 8 times. Hence, we shift 8 times, and in 8 times we will get the original number back. But you are mistaken here. Say let's take 3 bits. What happens for 3 bits is, if the number was initially 101 and carry is 0, rotating it once, for the first time you rotate it, you are going to get this. For second time when you rotate it, you are going to get this. And rotating it third time, you are going to get this. Now you see, initial number and the final numbers are not same. To get this number back after the execution of program, we need to rotate it once more. Finally we get, if we rotate it fourth time, we get 1, 0, 1 with the carry 0. This is same as our initial number. So actually you don't need to do all this stuff. So you don't need to take example and then solve it and then find out that one rotation must be performed extra. You can simply guess it, because this number from here till here is a 9-bit number, including this carry. We get a 9-bit number. So in total 9 rotations of 1 bit must be performed to get the number back. 8 rotations our program is doing. This code that we have just written performs 8 rotations. Now at the end of this program, we must perform one more rotation to get the original number back. So the answer to this part is option A, RRC A, 1. Now some of you might also get B part, which is no operation. That means leave this line empty. But we have already seen that why it's wrong. So I'll see you in the next part. So we have already seen this question, but for making things more clear, I'll convert this assembly language code to C language or C language like code. So these first 2 lines are initializing the variables. Let's convert them to C. Int B is equal to 0 and int C is equal to 0. Sorry, 8. Yeah. First line is saying save 0 in B. Second line is saying save 8 in C. Third line, it says compare C with 0. Now this line is surely going to alter the 0 flag. In case C contains a non-zero number, that means data in C is a non-zero number. For example, here it's 8. In that case, the 0 flag is made 0. In simple words, if data is non-zero, that means we don't have a 0 in C. That means 0 flag should be off. So that's what we are doing. 0 flag is made 0. 0 means off. But had the data been 0, that means C contains 0. Then in that case, 0 flag should be on. So in other case, that means else 0 flag is made 1. Made 1. Now JZ means jump if 0. JZX means jump if 0 to X here, which means if 0 flag is 1, this case, if 0 flag is 1, then we are going to jump. When is the 0 flag going to be 1? When data in C is 0. C contains 0. Okay. That means when data in C is 0, you jump to X. In simple words, these two lines say if C is equal to 0, jump. If C is not equal to 0, don't jump. In simple words, this is the meaning. So I'll just write it. For the time being, I'll write it as it is. If C is equal to 0, go to X. Okay. Then the next line is sub C comma 1, which can be written as C is equal to C minus 1. The next line is RRC A comma 1. Let's write it as it is. Now you are checking if this carry flag is set. That means if carry flag is high, you need to execute these two lines. Just see JCY. JC is not for just C. It's jump if carry. Jump if carry Y, and Y is these two lines. Means in case of carry, if carry, what are we doing? We are executing Y, and Y says add 1 to B and go back to Z. Add, or let's simply say B is equal to B plus 1 and go back to Z here. Now, if you put this entire thing in a loop, we'll automatically go back to Z. Now we just need to know what is the condition here. This can be done with the while loop as well as for loop. I'll prefer while loop because the termination condition is related to 0. So while loop fits in perfectly. That means we need to terminate this loop only when C becomes 0. And that's what while loop does. So just concentrate here. This will translate to it translates to while C. While C. You can also write while C is not equal to 0. And you can simply write while C also. Both are one and the same things. So I'll prefer while C. Now while C, you just decrease it once. All this code is under this while loop. While C, decrease C once, rotate through carry the register A, and if the carry flag is set, just increment register B by 1. That's what this code is doing. Okay. So, that's it.